Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
Hello and thanks for joining us on the program Issues and Tissue on African Independent Television, AIT. My name is Nosareme Uso and I'm glad to be with you today. Of course, it is a beautiful day, and on the program today we will be having a wonderful discussion with the Chairman Caretaker Committee for the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Edo State. You would recall the political intrigues and drama that ensued in the build-up to the 2020 Edo governorship election. Now the APC been in power for some years and at the moment in the opposition. How does this feel? These and other things we will look at in the course of this program. But don't go anywhere, we will be right back.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
Welcome back to the program. It's Issues and Tissue on African Independent Television, AIT. I remain your presenter and your host, Nosareme Uso. Now on the program today, like I said before, we are having a chat with the Chairman Caretaker Committee for the APC in Edo State. Back in 2020, Governor Godwin Obaseki was in the All Progressive Congress. Of course, he came as governor for his first term on the platform of the APC. And towards the 2020 governorship election, there were lots of political intrigues between Governor Obaseki, his ex-wife friend and former chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Adams Oshomole, which of course culminated in him joining the People's Democratic Party and picking the governorship ticket, which he won and was returned as the governor of Edo State. But we are having a chat with the chairman, the Caretaker Committee chairman for APC in Edo State. Let's take you through that ride as we visit the chairman.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
I'm Colonel Dr. David Imuse, retired, Chairman, Caretaker Committee, APC Edo State. Well, I've been in politics for over 11 years now. Well, I haven't served this country in capacity as an army officer, and meritoriously served and retired. I think I have the responsibility to now come to serve my people. I was called upon by my own people to come and represent them and serve them and bring their problem to the desktop of government so that people's solutions can be preferred. That's why I'm in politics, essentially for service. Well, you can call it a long journey, but who will tell you that as far as APC was concerned, the issues that had to follow due process. We have a party, united, cohesive, and well-focused. We have the constitution, which is the guiding principle of the party, and it was followed all through. I became the acting, I was the vice chairman of this party. I became the acting chairman, and now the chairman of the Caretaker Committee of APC. So, to us, it's just the issue of due process. We worked so hard, deliver our candidate in 2016 for the governorship election. Went ahead, gave the governor all our support. We had an executive that was cohesive and focused. And we also believe that as a responsible party and as a responsible executive, it was our responsibility to protect the integrity of the party. And that was why when certain things were not going, it was expected. We had to invoke the constitutional provision, remove the former chairman so that the party will not derail. We successfully produced a governorship candidate against all expectations from our detractors. We went for the elections. We were declared the losers by INEC. And of course, you are aware that we're in court. So obviously, it's actually been a long journey, but we're taking it in strides. It's not over until it's over. Now, the national body, in a bid to refocus and give this party a new sense of direction, have decided to dissolve all former ESCO and set up Caretaker Committee, of which I have the privilege and honor of being appointed the Caretaker Committee chairman in Edo State. And we are now preparing for party registration. So all structures of the party are intact in Edo. They are well positioned, and we're here to do whatever is expected of us in line with the directive of our national body. I won't say restructuring. You are aware that the party is carrying out a revalidation and re-registration exercise for the party, which is commencing today. In APC, we don't have newcomers. We are all joiners, and we are treated as co-equals. So the new leadership of the party, in order to refocus this party and give it a new sense of direction, I deem it fit that all APC members should revalidate their membership, and of course new members are welcome to come to the party so that they come to the fold of the progressives, and together we'll give this party the type of leadership and government they truly deserve. Well, you're a journalist. You knew he has formally decamped to PDP. It's in the public domain, it's not a secret. He claimed to have decamped with about 150,000 people. I think that's what he told you people. That was the announcement he made, which is very laughable. It's agreed that he's gone to PDP. But of course, membership of political Ukrainian choice, our doors are opened, and we still expect all of them to come back, re-register in their various units, and they will not discriminate against anybody. All Progressive Congress, People Democratic Party, From the names alone, we know that we are different. I don't need to expatiate too much on that. APC, PDP. Obviously, we can't be the same. Well, this is a progressive party with the progressive ideas that can cater for now and the future. You know the PDP, and you know what they represent. It's not for me to say that. But theirs is total opposite of what we are. So if you want to come to a party that has progressive ideas, a party whose ideals is people-oriented, people-based, a party who believe that it is the people that make the party and not the other way around, APC is where to belong. I want to be remembered as a man who, during his tenure as chairman of this party, is able to refocus the party, is able to give this party a new lease of life, is able to accommodate all shades of opinion, forthright, and a man, in conjunction with all members of the APC, will have a government that will give Edo people a new lease of life and the type of administration they truly deserve. You know what Edo is today? By the special grace of God, when APC produce the government that the people truly deserve, you will see the difference and you will be happy. And I will also be very happy that under my leadership in this state, that Edo State people will have the cause to rejoice. Challenges, of course, are part of life. How you surmount those challenges, how can make you what you are. I will tell you that to us, the major challenge we have is how we are going to ensure that we build bridges across the various divides within the party, so we can have one strong, united family. And I'll show you with this registration exercise that will be overcome. Let me tell you, we are happier than we were 3 years ago. Because even though then we had the government in power, those in opposition were better than us. Those in opposition were better than us. So today we have not lost anything, because the status quo is same. Maybe you can go and ask people on the other side of the divide. They go to relate their experience to you, as I did. To us today, we are fully relieved. As of today, we are in opposition, which does not make us different from what we were 3 years ago. We play the role as expected of an opposition party. In fact, a better role. Because 3 years ago, we had no role to play government. We wouldn't say we were in power, neither could we say we were in opposition. Today, it's clearly defined as at that day we are in opposition. And we are playing the role of opposition the way it should be. Constructive criticisms, constructive engagement, that at the end of it all will bring out the best that can move our state forward.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.
That question is belated. We're already on appeal. It's not a question of thinking of going on appeal.
Okay.
It's part of the process. You have the lower court, you have the appellate court, and you have the Supreme Court. Well, we are very optimistic that we'll have a good case. But I'm not in a position to comment on that. We have a team of counsels, and I think it will be, since the case is already on appeal, I don't want to sound prejudice of the court process. We'll leave that to the judiciary. I have mentioned this a couple of times. I'm sure you must have seen it both in the print and electronic media. That today, kidnappers, armed robbers, cultists have now become the de facto government of Edo State. They are in control. And the former government seems to be suffering from what we call selective amnesia. That when it comes to issue of security in Edo State, it's been treated with kid gloves. And that is why we have mentioned this several times, that the government of Obaseki today in Edo has failed the people. You are in Benin here. Corpses litter the streets of Benin. You can't even travel between Benin and Nauchi. Now you can't travel. As you're back on the journey, you have your heart in your hands. Because kidnappers, they rule the state. That's why the government must wake up from its slumber and do the needful. You can't be collecting over 700 million naira monthly as security votes, and this doesn't trickle down to the security agencies. For God's sake, where are we heading to? Those who are given the responsibility to rule this state, to govern this state, must do it to the benefit of our people. We didn't vote for armed robbers. Our people did not vote for kidnappers. Therefore, those in authority of government must ensure that they live up to the expectations and to the confidence that the people have given to them. Otherwise, as we see today, the government is a total failure. They have to put on a thinking cap. They have to put on a thinking cap. Go back to the drawing table. Engage the relevant sections of the security apparatus of the state so that they will be able to perform their constitutional role and let the Edo sleep with their two eyes shut. As of now, the government seems to be bereft of ideas and they don't know what to do. I sympathize with our people. All hope is not lost. We sincerely believe that when APC comes to power, all these challenges you see today will be things of the past. We are carrying out a lot of sensitization exercise. We are letting our people know that APC does not discriminate against anybody. The doors are opened. for some of our members who for one reason or the other left the party in search of the elusive greener pastures, the time has come for them to return back to the home they have built, so that together we will have a strong, united, one political family called All Progressive Congress. They are all welcome.
Okay.
The registration exercise is starting. In fact, actually starting today. The doors are opened. All citizens of Edo State and those residents here are encouraged to come to the party, go to their various units, get registered. So at the end of the day, we all come back together to ensure that the house we built will not fall. The tempo, the momentum is building up. People are eager, they are waiting for the exercise to commence. And by the grace of God, within the next 2-3 weeks, you will see that majority of people in Edo State who get themselves registered in APC, they'll be happy to carry the APC card, the APC flag, and the APC broom, so that all the debris and pollutants, evil forces that have prevented this state from moving forward will be swept away. Well, in another 4 years' time, between you and me, APC will take its rightful place. We will win all coming elections, and then we'll give our people the type of government they truly deserve. You see, if you look at the APT as a party, look at our slogan, our mantra, we have youth wing. The youth are given a special place in the scheme of things. The youth and the physically challenged.
Okay.
These are people that APC has special programs for. As a party today, most of our activities are centered around the youth. When we finally come to government, look at what's happening at the federal level. The youth empowerment scheme, the Empower. You know, there are too many to be recounted. Tech, Empower, and this all kind of program geared towards youth development. And for that reason, the youths are very happy with APC as at date. And the bulk of the membership of APC actually belong, they are the youths. Mm-hmm. By the time we take over power in Edo, then you will see that in conjunction with the federal authorities, our youths will be better positioned than they were they are today. That's why they are trooping to APC so that they can smell part of and benefit from part of this federal initiative.
All right, you've heard it all from the Ox's mouth. Of course, you can see that, yeah, according to the chairman, they are happy to be in the opposition right now because they have their clear role. They know their role, the role they are playing as an opposition, and of course, they plan to do that in a well-organized manner. Of course, critical examination of the present government and constructive criticism. Don't forget, there is a case in court, of course, pertaining to the 2020 Edo governorship election, where some other political parties are in court dragging the present governor, Godwin Obaseki, for several issues. And of course, we are still watching to see how these court issues and cases play out at the end of the day. We'll be here to keep you up to date with what happens as the court cases unfold. Until we meet again next week, same time, same station, I am Nosareme. Also, do have a wonderful day.
Issues and Tissue, a contemporary magazine program that engages and discusses issues of development within and outside the state. The program brings to the fore ranging topics like education, politics, agriculture, just name it, while we examine the nitty-gritty of the issue in focus. Join me, BC Akpaida, on African Independent Television, AIT, for an exciting time. Issues and Tissue. If we can think it, we can discuss it.